This is Find Your Passion, the ultimate guide to pursuing one's passion. Learn ways on how you can find your passion and start making money doing the thing you love. Written by S.C. Carella. Read by Courage. Chapter 1. Find Your Passion. Everyone has a passion. It often manifests during childhood and is pursued through play, or it is stumbled upon as we age, but almost immediately put aside for more practical things, like work and building a family. Children are free to actively pursue the things that interest them, but as they age, they are encouraged to go after more practical pursuits, often putting their passion aside. However, it isn't impossible or impractical to continue to follow your passion, even as you age. Doing what you love, even as a hobby, can go a long way to living a life that you enjoy. There was a time when people were encouraged to follow or even consider their passion when living their lives. Survival was the most important, and that often meant working from sunup to sundown, with only room for sleeping and eating. Things like hobbies and passions weren't discussed or even considered because there was no room for it. Thanks to societal changes like the Industrial Revolution and the advent of technology, we no longer have to toil so hard just to survive. We have the luxury of only having to work 40 hours a week, give or take, and having weekends off to do things like goof off, go on vacation, and discover or pursue our passion. With our overly scheduled lives, that might not seem like much time, but any time spent actively seeking your heart's desire is better than no time at all. Over time, we often forget the passions of our childhood, or even the ones we discover as we age. So discovering our passion is often the first step down a path of actively pursuing it. If you're unsure how to go about discovering your passion, here are some steps to get you thinking in the right direction. Number 1. Take a stroll down memory lane and make a list. Think back to when you were a kid. What are some of the things you really loved doing? What are some of the things you thought were really cool but couldn't do? What are some of the things you really wanted to try but didn't think you'd be good at it? Write everything down, no matter how silly it may sound. This is a great time to throw practicality completely out the window and live in a fantasy land. Even if only for a moment. Take some time with this, but not too long. You don't want to spend the rest of your days dreaming about what your passion could be. You want to actually pursue it. Number 2. Consider your current job. What are some things that you are tasked with doing at work that you enjoy? While this may not be as fun as strolling down memory lane, it's important to consider what you enjoy doing as an adult. Make a separate list. It may be best to do this while you're actually at work, so you can fully access your daily tasks. Write down everything that comes to mind, even the most mundane tasks. While it may not seem very cool to write that you enjoy creating spreadsheets or collating papers, it still counts. Passion isn't always considered cool or trendy, but if you love it, you should explore it. Number 3. What would you do if you had all of the money you needed and didn't have to worry about paying your bills? We all have to work to live. Yes, we no longer have to work from sunup to sundown just to put food on the table, for the most part, but we still have bills to pay and mouths to feed, even if it's just your own mouth. This is another fun exercise, and you are allowed to be as fanciful as you like. Practicality has no place in the world where all of our financial responsibilities are met, and we're able to just live as we please. Make a separate list. Now that you have these 3 lists, review them. You may notice some similarities between the lists. Take note of the similarities. If you're a fan of color coding, you can color code them, or you can just make a separate list. The similarities you discover will lead you down the road to pursuing your passion. In fact,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?